Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I know last time I played Minecraft, but today I thought it would be fun to play an indie hit that I fell in love with out of college called Risk of Rain. So let's get right into it. I'm going to be playing the sniper. And there's a lot to this game I'll be explaining as it goes. So basically each person has their own abilities. As you can see, it explains it off to the left, and if you click on each one, it does something a little different for each person, but today I'm going to be playing the sniper. It's one of my favorite characters, and I have two little special effects down here going for me. I have two artifacts, one that increases my health quite a bit, but I deal a ton of damage, and the other is I run faster at low health, as does enemies. So let's get right into it. So the whole premise of this game, as you saw from the intro, is that you were on board a ship in space, and you were trying, I don't know exactly what the mission was, they're not really clear on that, but some monsters and aliens came onto your ship, destroyed everything, and forced it to crash on this planet. So your goal is to get back to the ship and take off so you can go back home. And the only way that you're going to make it back home and survive is if you go through the levels, collect all the items that you possibly can, kill all the enemies, gain the experience, and to finally beat the last boss whenever you get to him. So, this game is a rogue indie game. You only have one life. The moment you die, it says you can either try again or go back to the main menu. I'll probably be showing that screen. It's been a while since I've played, so I'm a little rusty, but you only have one life, go as far as you can, hopefully make it to the end, but this game is very unforgiving. If you look over in the top right corner, you can see there's a clock counting up and a bar filling up very slowly right now. And as the clock counts up more and more, the game gets harder and harder, more enemies spawn, and everything on this planet is designed to kill you. So, you're essentially fighting against all odds right now. As you can see, enemies are starting to pile up just a little bit, but not too unmanageable. The reason that I like the sniper so much is that he does a ton of damage, but also the whole reloading thing that he has to do after each shot. I don't know, to me that just clicks a lot and I like it. If you look under the character, every time I shoot, like I'll show you here, press the button to shoot, there's a little bar going across, and you have to press the same button to shoot when the bar sliding back and forth is in the white area. That way you do extra damage each time you shoot, and if you miss that, then you do less damage normally. So let's go and see how far we can get. The goal on each level is to find the teleporters. You'll see them, they'll be outlined in red. They're kind of hard to miss. Once you activate them, you have, in this difficulty setting, you have 120 seconds. There's the teleporter right there. Press the button, you have 120 seconds until the teleporter is ready to take you. In that time, all of the enemies come and all hell breaks loose. So like right here you can see there's a big boss that spawns. He's not too hard, because the sniper is quite powerful. He can line up your shots, he just has to stay still. But all the enemies start coming for you, all the elite versions of enemies start coming. Like earlier you saw the purple lizards stuff with, this might be the enemy hero, that's a short video. Oh, there we go. But there's also different colors to each enemy, I'll explain that a little bit as we go. But more enemies spawn, harder enemies spawn, and essentially it's just one massive free-for-all fight, you against the world, trying to survive just 2 minutes. The nice thing is though, if you do survive, every enemy that you kill, you get a little bit of experience for each one, and the more enemies that spawn, the more experience, the more experience, the more damage you do, and the more health you have. So, let's keep surviving. And I'll talk a little bit about the items you can pick up, like the one that I just picked up there, Monsters 2. That one, each item in the game does something a little bit different. The one that I just picked up, every time I kill an enemy, I get health for it. I believe either that's every time I kill an enemy, I get health. So the nice thing about that is if you're stuck in a wave of enemies and have nowhere to go, you're cornered and low on health, if you just start unloading on them, you'll actually start healing yourself, which is very handy, especially later in the game. You can just start rapid firing and getting as much health as you possibly can. So with the teleporter, after you've killed all the enemies and survived the time limit, just walk back up to it, interact with it once again, and it'll convert all your gold to experience and take you to the next world. So this second world here is essentially rinse and repeat. You gotta find the teleporter. And the clock in the top right, as you can see, it's still going. There is no stopping it. The longer you play, the harder it gets, the more it ticks away, the more the bar fills up, and more enemies spawn. And essentially, you don't want to stay in any one place too long. The more time you spend exploring, the longer the time goes, the harder it gets. And if you don't spend that time farming experience or items, you're going to die. There is no two ways about it. It'll be game over for you. Alright. These jellyfish do a lot of damage. Don't do that. Oh man, I hate the magma worm. See, like I said with the Colossus last game, bosses spawn once you activate the teleporter, but the nasty thing about the magma worm, oh, I get away from that hurts. The nasty thing about the magma worm is that he is a little glitchy, and he also targets you hardcore. A lot of bosses will just kind of stand off to the side and do their own thing. But the magma worm, he'll actually come up underneath your feet, and he will try and land on your head when he goes back down into the ground. Gotta reload. But the hard thing is, he is, like I said, a little buggy. So if you're shooting him, some areas of his body, for whatever reason, don't deal the same amount of damage as shooting him, say, in the head or something. Some segments just don't hurt as much. And I'm not really sure why, if that's a feature or just a bug. But whatever it is, it's annoying as all get out. So, at least we can manage to take him down. It's a little close there, but not too bad. For the second world, the things are already ramping up. I can't imagine what the final levels get to be. So I tried recording this earlier. I know I said that last time that I put out a video, but I tried recording this game earlier, and I was trying to record the audio on a separate computer on my laptop and record the gameplay, but the trouble is if the audio, for whatever reason, lags out for just a second, then you have to go in, find out where it lagged, and go and cut that part out, resync the gameplay footage, and you never really know if it lagged out or where. So essentially, if you record, say, 40 minutes to an hour of footage, you have to watch it all diligently and go through, listen to every second, and try and find what messed up where, cut that second and move it over a little bit, and then you'd also have to put in a little time card or something, a little text box saying that the audio messed up, that's why it went silent all of a sudden. But I'm recording it all on one computer now. It seems to be running smoothly. At least I hope the audio is recording. Alright, made it to the third world. And let's see. This one actually has a secret world in it. If this bridge here was fully connected, it means that the secret world, the entrance to it spawned, but because it's broken, there is no secret entrance, unfortunately. I might show you guys in a later video. I might actually do this in a little series, do each hero, showcase it off, and then go through and try and 100% complete the game. I don't know. Let's see. I'm not really sure what the YouTube algorithm likes or what will be popular. I'm willing to bet a lot of people haven't actually heard of this game, so I don't know if making YouTube videos on it will be a good idea or stuff, but it's just a game I like, so you rock what you got. Alright, let's kill. Ouch. Yeah, enemies can deal a lot of damage, especially later in the game. As you go throughout the levels, the enemies get stronger and stronger, like these guys here are starting to really hurt. You gotta keep yourself moving, never stay in one spot, because if you do, you are immediately targeted by all the enemies. And they can just start piling up on you and hurting you quite a bit. I'm actually going to start the teleporter now. I was debating on not, but I think I will. Let's go find that boss, the Ifrit. But yeah, you don't want to stay still at all. If you do, you'll start taking tons of damage and die really quickly. Plus, once you activate the teleporter, like I said, all the enemies start spawning right away. So, all of a sudden you'll be standing still thinking you're safe, and suddenly you've got 20 lizards or snow golems or something around you. So you have to keep moving if you want to survive at all. You have to keep jumping and shooting, kiting enemies around. And that's where part of the fun for me for the sniper is. Like, you have to, while managing to kite enemies and avoid damage, you also have to manage the reload each time you shoot. And it's just something satisfying about it to get the reload just right, the sound of it, perfect reloading and stuff. It's very satisfying for me. Alright, here we have the Ifrit. This guy hurts quite a bit. Holy crap. I'm facing the wrong direction. Great. I just wasted that shot. Get away from him. Excuse me. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. What you want to do for the Ifrit is, like, just keep moving. I know I said that tons of times already, but just keep moving. Stay away from him. The moment you stop in front of him, he'll do his attack. He only has one attack where he slams his paw into the ground and sends out a fire wave in front of him. That attack really only hurts you if you get hit by it. You can jump over it if your timing's good. Mine wasn't and I got hit, but if you time it well, you can actually jump over that, or if you run away and just constantly turn once to shoot, then he won't actually ever get triggered to do that attack at all, so you can quickly take him out. Not too much trouble with him. Right, we got 21 enemies to take care of. So, for the teleporter, if I were to go back to it and try and activate it, while there are still enemies alive, it just would not let me teleport to the next world. I have to go through and kill all the enemies. Holy crap, they hurt. I have to kill all the enemies and make sure that there's nothing left. I can pick up chests after the fact if I want. Say I kill all the enemies but still have some gold. I can go and buy some chests if I want. But, like I said, the timer in the top right stops for nothing. So, if I do that, I'd be wasting time, but I could get some items. So, it's kind of a trade-off. This whole game is kind of a trade-off. Do you want to explore more and risk the enemies getting harder, or do you want to immediately hop from world to world and try and rush to the boss? But, at the same time, you'll lack a lot of items. So I'm going to explore a little bit, actually. I'm going to take that risk. You can also find drones along the way. They'll shoot enemies for you, which for me, being the sniper, is nice. This character is good at dealing damage to enemies, like, in far away distances. You can do close-up damage, but it's a lot harder, just because you can only fire one shot, and then you have to reload. But having a drone there acts kind of like a bodyguard. It will shoot any enemies nearby for you. You don't have to target anybody. It will take care of them for you. So I found that the sniper plus drone combo actually helps quite a bit. You can sit there and pick off enemies in the distance, and then as they get closer, the drone will pick them off as they get closer. And that way you've got kind of a shield around you. Alright, let's get back to the teleporter. Alright, back to the teleporter here. And let's go into it and go to the next world. Let's see what we got. The Hive Cluster. Now there's two different worlds you can warp to. I believe there's 2 to start with. 2 for the second level, 2 for the third. The 4th level, I think also has 2. The fifth one does not, as does the final level. There's only one option for those two, but for this one, you could have either gotten what's called the level called the Magma Core, I believe, or you could get this one, the Hive Cluster. Personally, I don't know, I'm not a fan of either. They're both pretty hard. But if I had to pick, I'd say the Magma Core for me would be my more favorite, just because the items are a lot better placed and stuff. It's not like you're going to die as easily there. Excuse me. Alright, so found the teleporter right away. Holy crap, that's a lot of enemies. Let's stay out of there. Or I could just run in and end the video right now. That'd be a great idea. Alright, let's pick up that. So yeah, as you play in this game, each item stacks with the rest of the items and works together. Like one item, if you deal critical hits to an enemy, it will heal you. And if you can combine that with the item that lets you deal critical hits more often, then you'll actually be healing yourself more item because both of them work together. And the whole point of this game is kind of randomness to it. You never really know what items you're going to pick up, so you never really know what's going to be working together. And you kind of have to adapt your gameplay to figuring out what works best together, what doesn't, and stuff. What items can you stack, what do you want to avoid. That's a lot of the fun to this too. It's kind of like Minecraft in that regards. Like, it's the same gameplay over and over. Your character does the same 4 moves, but there's still a random element to it and some exploring, so it is a fun game in that regard. I don't think a lot of people have actually heard about it, so I don't think I think that is part of the reason why that is not so popular. I can keep it today. But I know they actually did make a sequel for this game not too long ago, Restoring 2. This one you can see is kind of like a pixelated 2D side-scroller shooter. But that one actually is a 3D shooter, and from what it looks like, it's a lot different than the original, but at the same time it looks a lot of fun. I haven't actually tried it. I hope to someday, but I just haven't. Don't have the money right now, and just got a lot of other priorities, so I won't be trying that. So just stick with this. And I could switch my use item, the one in the far right here. I think I will actually. The one that I had, once I used it, it would give me more gold for every enemy that I killed or dealt damage to. But the one that I picked up heals me for all the damage that I do, which is really nice. Especially once you get towards these later levels, you're not too much worried about gold as much as you are trying to kill everything and maintain the health. Now this shrine over here on the right, it's a little bit different. Earlier in the game there were shrines where you could spend a little bit of money for the chance to get an item. This one is a little different. You don't spend money at it, you spend health. So first it asks for half of your health. And it's not half of what you currently have. Say I have 120 HP right now. If I were to use that at 10 HP, it would not only take 5. It wouldn't let me use it because it would still want the full 60 HP. So you have to be careful with those because they'll actually take a lot more health than you realize. First one is 6 or 50. Next time you use it, it wants 65. And then I believe it wants 75% of your health. And then it wants 99% of your health. So you have to be very careful with those. You can get double items with it, and if you're lucky you'll get 2 of the best items in the game, like high tier ones, but at the same time you'll be left with, oh, come on man, you'll be left with 1 health. So this is what it looks like if you die. You see, you don't get any chance to try again. I mean, you can start over from the very beginning, but all your progress is gone. You can either start a new game or go back to the main menu. And I think I'm just going to call the episode here. It's probably going to be a little short, but I want to aim for videos about 10-15 minutes. No more than 20 really, just because I feel like having longer videos, especially trying to start out a YouTube channel, will tend to push people away. But yeah, this is Risk of Rain. I'm going to be playing it a lot more over the coming weeks. And I know last video I said that I was going to try and make a video every other day. This one's technically every third day. I'm a little busy. My main channel is doing instrument building and woodworking stuff, and I'm focusing more on that. It's not so much hard time consuming wise, like dealing with editing and stuff, but it is time consuming in that it just is a long time to actually make the instruments. So that's going to be my main priority. I'm going to try and get another game video out before the end of this week. No idea when. I'm still trying to nail down a schedule for what videos to do when and stuff. But yeah, that was Risk of Rain. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.